The story of the Suffolk House began with an English seafaring trader named Captain Francis Light, who sailed between India, the west coast of Siam, and the Straits of Malacca to establish business links around the Malay Peninsula and Sumatra. Light brokered an agreement with Sultan Abdullah of Kedah to open a trading post on Penang Island with two conditions: an annual compensation of 30,000 Spanish dollars and military protection from the Siamese and Burmese. This agreement was not fulfilled. On August 1786, the Union Jack flag was raised at Fort Cornwallis and the island renamed to Prince of Wales Island and the town Georgetown. In 1791, Sultan Abdullah realized he was deceived and began preparations to reclaim the island, only to be preempted by Light, who sent 4 battleships and 3 sepoy companies to attack the Sultan's fort at Prague, the Sultan's Suffolk town. Most of Pulau Pinang, as it was known at the time, was a dense virgin jungle occupied by fishermen, hunters and gatherers. Slowly this changed, as Light and other settlers cleared a vast section of the island, part of which was his pepper plantation known as Suffolk. This name was the memory of his birthplace in Suffolk, England. The original house that Light built on the site was a simple timber structure of an attic roof. The Suffolk house that you see now was only built after his death between 1808 and 1811. Its design was based on Anglo-Indian examples inspired by Georgian architecture. What is Anglo-Indian Georgian architecture? A symmetrical plan with a strong central axis. An open colonnade on the first floor with a regular column grid. Arched door and window openings with fan lights. Tropical and subtropical features like low doors and windows, brushed timber blinds, ventilation openings to encourage airflow. At its height, Suffolk House between 1810 and 1820 was the venue for the island's most lavish parties, which were held in the grand ballroom on the first floor. Suffolk House was also the venue for critical political discussions, notably the occasion of Sir Stamford Raffles' visit, where it is speculated that the founding of Singapore was explored. The mansion was the home of several of the early governors of Penang. After that, it was the home of various government officials and local residents for nearly a century, before being sold to Mr. Lim Cheng Te. In 1928, Mr. Lim sold the land and building to Reverend P.L. Peach of the Methodist Church of Malaya for $40,000 to serve as the premises for the Anglo-Chinese High School up till the Second World War. In the middle 1820s, the east and west colonnades were in the state of collapse. They were dismantled, the spaces between the dozen columns on the first floor filled in with windows, and a pitched roof erected in the place of the original flat roof. 2 side extensions were also added. During the war, the house was occupied by the Japanese army, who, it is rumored, dug a tunnel leading from the house to the river nearby for purposes that have not been discovered. After the war, it became the Methodist Boys' School. In 1956, the Methodist Church submitted plans to demolish the house and to replace it with a new double-story block. The municipal council disapproved the plans and proposed instead that the building be retained. In exchange, the council offered to compensate the church with additional land. For decades while these negotiations took place, Suffolk slowly fell into a state of disrepair, with broken windows, leaking ceilings, and collapsed staircase becoming a commonplace sight. Wooden beams and brickworks that had collapsed were evident everywhere. Suffolk was home to insects, bats, rats, and even cobras.
The flesh.
Through tireless efforts of the Penang Heritage Trust and other concerned members of the public, the mansion, after decades of gradual dilapidation, was saved and restored in 2000. The works were funded by the state government, the HSBC Bank, and generous contributions from the general public and business corporations. Architect Lawrence Lowe spent 7 years on its restoration, bringing the house back to her majestic 1818 form. Saving Suffolk House took over half a century and 7 million ringgit. She is now a treasure to behold, a reflection of love and passion for heritage at its best. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly bring you Suffolk House.
Woo!
Wow, I'm sitting here, this is the third time I'm watching at this scale and it's still